At this time, we'll turn it over to our city clerk. Glad to see everyone.
This is the pre-meeting of the Mobile City Council, Tuesday, June the 8th. We have approval of minutes from June 1st.
Good job.
As always.
Appeals, we have requests for a waiver of the noise ordinance on June the 12th from 5 p.m. until 10 p.m. on Cedar Avenue.
No problem.
July 3rd from 2 until 10 p.m. on Yerby Drive.
No problem.
Presentation of petitions and other communications to the council. Tom Albritton, and he's with the State Ethics Commission, and he wants to introduce himself.
I'm sorry, Madam City Clerk, could you say that again?
Tom Albritton, he's with the State Ethics Commission, and he's in town, and he wants to introduce himself to the council.
Okay.
Cheryl Hunt, regarding trash being blown into her yard from the dumpsters of South Bay Apartments. And this is your district. She said that you requested that she come.
No, I didn't request that she come. She's called me several times over the last 2 to 3 years, and we've sent communication to the management of that apartment complex, and she's steady having this issue, so she asked me what the next step would be. And so, but no, I didn't request that she come, but she's welcome to. I guess we'll listen to her at 10:30. Glad that she'll be coming.
Okay.
Our rule states that if they can't control their trash, they're gonna have to enclose the dumpster. That's what the law says.
Carlos Finley, and he is doing a presentation regarding the Major League Baseball All-Stars Field of Dreams.
What is that? Is that the project? Different than, okay, just thought somebody might know.
Yeah,
Okay. Just curious.
as I
guess we'll
understand, it's
find
the
out.
local baseball Hall of Famers here in Mobile.
You're not familiar with it, Danny.
It's not the thing on Cooper Riverside Park.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he'll have 3 minutes to tell us.
I do have a Field of Dreams in District 1 that I share at 10:30.
Well, maybe that, all right.
Get
Guess
ready.
We'll find out in a little bit.
Yes, ma'am.
Reggie Hill, and Reggie, this is public safety, he's speaking on public safety improvements, and that's all they had right now. Oh, this one. CIP resolutions held over. 21412, authorized contract with S.C. Stagner Contractor for Copeland Cox Tennis Center, ADA improvements. Resolutions held over.
Wait,
08.
let's go back to that one.
Okay.
Did we get everything straightened out with that? Because that was held, so we're good to go. Thank you.
Resolutions held over. 08413, approved purchase order to KIG Vehicle Concepts for 2021 Toyota Camry. 08414, approved purchase order to Jason Pigler Chrysler Dodge for 2021 Dodge Charger. 08415, approved purchase order to Ward International Trucks to replace engine for 2016 Ford ambulance. 08416, approved bid award for fuel for equipment services. 08417, approved purchase order to Southern Lighting and Traffic Systems for street light luminaries and lamp posts.
Where are
08
those going? Just curious. I see. Is that on St. Louis or? I see. Nice, must be
It's-
nice.
Mr. President? I would, a point of information. On these items that we're voting on, they all were submitted by Mr. John Payne. Yes.
Get in here. so that we can all hear you, please.
Yes, sir. These items that we're going to vote on today, the first 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, 7, most all of them that requires the expenditure of money. They're submitted by John Payne, and he's not working in any of these departments that's going to need these vehicles. So it seems to me that it's not telling us where these vehicles going, because the people in those departments, they're not the ones submitted them. They're all being submitted by John Payne. I would like to know what department they're going to, who in that department submitted this to us. John Payne is over purchasing. But someone had to submit this to him. And that information is missing. We getting a Chrysler, and it's going where, and we're going to get a Toyota Camry, and it's going where now? And on. I would like to see whatever department that is in need of this vehicle, that department ought to be listed so we'll know where the vehicle's going. It's sort of like camouflaging the real deal.
Colonel DeLapp, did you have a?
Yeah, I want it up front. That's all I'm saying. Okay.
We get the department, but we don't necessarily get where it's going.
No.
You know, where it's going to end up. And that would be nice in a note,
Can't put
maybe.
everything on the agenda, ladies and gentlemen.
No, that-
We formatted this agenda through the city clerk's office and what we were gonna do and how much was gonna go on there. There's only so much if we continue to take individual requests of what goes on here, then there's no limit to what the staff is going to require. There's a format that they do this automated system in. And so we just need to think about it, have a meeting of the council to decide how we're gonna format it in the future.
Mr. President,
Ms. Richardson?
the question I'm asking has nothing to do with formatting. I don't want to know nothing about how large the tires are. I don't want to know nothing about how big the axle, the size of the engine. Where is this vehicle going? 2 words. Recreation, you're through. And it doesn't require us to reformat anything.
Madam City Clerk?
08418, approved purchase order to MCOR Lighting for 600 high-intensity discharge lamps.
Okay, here we go again. Where are these lights going? Where are we going to light up?
Traffic engineer.
These are part of the ongoing LED replacement program. The 600, Mr. Richardson.
So these are going all over the city?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I got you.
And that was requested by the electrical department, by the way.
Now that, you just dropped a bomb on us, you own it.
08419, approved purchase order for fuel for Wave Transit. 08420, approved purchase order to Bounty Medical LLC for 12 video what is this? Langoscopes. Langoscopes.
Going down someone's throat?
Or is it laryngoscopes? Okay, laryngoscopes. 21421, authorized contract with GRW Engineers for restore funded mobile area stormwater mapping and resiliency planning project.
Okay, Mr. President,
Yes, sir.
on 08420, since we have public safety, not public health, what are we gonna do with this scope now? we're spending $23,000 for a scope. Is this scope going to be used on humans? What are we going to do with the scope?
It's part of the medical equipment attached to the ambulances. So should they have the need to
I got
clear an
you.
airway?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
But that's the fire department.
Yes, sir.
See, if it had said fire department, I wouldn't have nothing to say.
Yes, sir.
All right.
$21,422, authorized contract with Wood Environment and Infrastructure Solutions for the Restore Funded Mobile Area Stormwater Mapping and Resiliency Planning Project. 21,423, authorized contract with Mobile Tennis Center Professionals, $40,000 each year. 21,424, authorized
Excuse
contract.
me, on this, if I may.
Yes, ma'am.
This is the 40,000 for each one of those instructors, but I had asked a question last week about what the setup is. Do individuals pay the instructor? How does that work?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, each individual tennis professional is a contract. So the individuals pay them, and there's a set fee of what they can charge to the public. Some rates are different, but we have those established already, and they make the money directly. Actually, we've taken the money, the city, and then we pay it back out to the instructor. So
For a total of 40,000?
That's the max amount. Some instructors do make up to that amount. We didn't want to have to keep coming back if they maxed out.
So the check is made out, or the payment for the lesson is made out to the city of Mobile?
Yes, they pay online.
Not to the instructor?
Correct. And
That
then
was the
we
question.
reimburse them I think they send an invoice every week or every 2 weeks, and we pay them out.
Okay. So no checks go directly to the instructor?
Correct.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
21,424, authorized contract with James H. Adams and Son Construction Company for Ann Street rehabilitation for sidewalks, curbing, and drainage. 21,425, authorized contract with Cone for replacement of CPU controllers on elevators 4, 5, 7, and 8 at the Arthur R. Outlaw Mobile Convention Center. Consent resolutions being introduced, 37,426, 427, recommending approval to the ABC Board for issuance of a retail beer table wine off premises only license for BP Food Mart on Government Boulevard, and for issuance of a restaurant retail liquor license for M&T American and Jamaican Grill on Cody Road South. 6428, authorize award of special bonus to Parks Department Employee of the Month, Jack Green. 60,429, 430, 431, 432 are determining appropriations to the Village of Spring Hill, 3 Mile Creek Partnership, Deep South Region of Antique Automobile Club of America, and Gulf Coast Challenge serve public purposes and approve payment. 21,433, authorized contract amendment with 10X Software Solutions for lease of electronic poll books for the upcoming municipal election.
Oh,
Can we vote on that one today?
This is under consent.
Second read.
Huh?
This is under consent.
Oh, yeah, okay, all right.
01434, resolutions being introduced for the first time. 01434, authorized grant agreement with Alabama Gulf Coast High Intensity Drug Trafficking Area, $27,580, no match. I don't know.
I don't have nothing against.
We can take it. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we can take that one. 08435, approved purchase order to Dennis Aluminum Products for 50 decorative aluminum signposts, $21,860.
Can we get some details on that one?
These are the round poles that are going to all the subdivisions. It's going to traffic engineering stocks where these are going. And then they'll be issued out to whatever subdivision needs them
Okay.
for the signage and whatever they're doing with them.
Okay, so they're like, just to have the inventory
Yes, ma'am.
at hand?
Mhm.
Okay, thank you.
09436, allocate $392,063.15 to capital project traffic signal generators.
Can somebody talk about that?
Yeah, that's part of our hurricane preparedness is to pre-install or at least rig all of the transfer switches into our major intersections so that we can adapt a generator to it for power outages during hurricanes or any other event so that we can operate our traffic signals by generator power until Alabama Power is able to restore electricity. So it's part of our hurricane preparation.
Sounds good. All right, thank you.
Will they be in place for this season, or?
We're hoping to get all the transfer switches in, and the generators will not be deployed unless there's outages. But to give you an example, it took 28 police officers to pull the traffic through Dolphin and I-65, where we could actually do it with 2 generators. And so it would be a way for us to recover very quickly and safely after a hurricane in major power outages like we had last year.
And how many generators does this 392?
I believe there are 55 initial intersections, major intersections that we've identified.
That would benefit from it. That's good. Thank you.
So, you have sufficient generators coming to communities east of I-65?
Not, what was the question again?
I said, do you have a sizable number of those generators coming to neighborhoods east of I-65?
Yes, sir. They'll be throughout the city of Mobile at all major intersections. So.
Okay, all right. I don't want Joe's lights burning, mine's out. I'm just telling you right now.
That intersection, I think, is Dolphin and 65. I think you got a piece of that intersection.
No, that's my intersection.
Part of it's east, and then part of it's west.
But it's going in 55. Well, sometimes you need 4. Is it a generator to do the whole system? Is that how that works?
Now, some of the generators, like one generator will power all the lights on the west side of Dolphin Street, and another generator will power all the lights on the east side of Dolphin Street. And if you remember, there's a series of lights up in there that go from the hospital, Spring Hill Hospital, all the way over to the east side. And so that's why it takes so many police officers. But once we were able to install these generators, some of the generators will operate multiple intersections that are close by. Some of them will be standalone, like University and Airport Boulevard.
Will they click in if there's an electrical storm that knocks out only hurricane systems?
Any power outage that's sustained, we can deploy them at these major intersections. So even a power pole being knocked down by a traffic accident, we can still, be able to generate enough power to run that intersection. But the main planning on this is for major power outages during hurricanes. And so we will be able to just hook these generators up. They'll fire up. They'll run for about 12 hours on 1 gallon of gas. And then there's a LED system that will light up when the power is restored so that an officer knows to remove the generator at that point.
All right.
Mr. President?
Mr. Williams?
Mr. Barber, I heard you say there's 50 intersections, but I didn't hear you. Could we just, maybe just an email later on about the size of the generator and how many exactly are there? I think the public would like to know that. It's a great idea. And it's certainly going to help us.
Yeah, these generators are the little, you're probably familiar with them, the Honda 2000 generators. They run the clean energy. So last year after Zeta, we did a proof of concept. That particular one, it has to be, and the electrical engineers can tell you exactly what they need, but a certain type of electricity, and that generator is the one that actually worked. We tried other generators that did not work.
And just to just further explain, this was something that was identified, I think, after Hurricane Katrina. It was in an after-action review many, many years ago, and was never acted upon. But after these most recent storms, we redusted off the concept, and we're actually moving out to do it right now. And they'll be stored and only put out there and chained to the either pole or to the control box so that they can't be stolen, obviously. And that's how and then recovered after the power comes back on.
Cool, thank you.
So the
good.
electrical department puts them out, or policing puts them out? Who's
The
the manpower?
generators, yeah, the generators will be stored in a trailer in a bank, and so that the trailer will go around and begin deploying those at all the intersections, major intersections that are out that have transfer switches. There will be a police officer assigned to the intersection to make sure that there's no theft that occurs of the generator. But when you look at that footprint, you're talking about one officer versus 28.
Right,
and
because
so
they're handling the system.
that's right.
That's good.
Cool.
It's good about
Good idea.
getting information out, because the public will want to know.
We'll do that.
All right.
Thank you.
21437, authorized service contract of S&O Enterprises for security and fire alarm monitoring at various city facilities, $28,422 per year. 21438, authorized contract of SC Stagner Contracting for Fire Station Number 16, concrete apron replacement, $38,750. 31439, authorize approval to receive funds from the Coronavirus Local Fiscal Recovery Fund, this should be $58,203,265. The initial resolution that was approved was for $60 million. However, that is not what the city will receive. They will receive $58 million.
What can we?
So
by-
this resolution is replacing.
Okay, so you're saying we're not gonna get 60,000?
No, we're not going to get 60 million, we're getting 58.
60 million, I mean. Okay, so by 10:30, can we get the right amount? Can we put the right amount up there that we were actually going to get? Because this is a false number.
No, that's the correct number. We have it in the resolution.
Just send the other one. or-
Okay.
It's in
It's
the
corrected,
resolution.
but-
The
It's in the
agenda I
resolution.
pulled off of the website does not have some of this stuff in there.
Yeah.
So it would be helpful if I could get a revised agenda prior to our 10:30 meeting.
Okay.
Ms. Clerk, thank you.
Okay, so we're going to have a printout of where this money's going to go?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask, because last week we discussed it, and there was going to be a meeting, apparently.
The,
The 58 million.
right, so I met with Bob Hope this morning. We are prepared, we're going to meet with the mayor on it, but the committees, we have gotten the guidelines on how it can be spent. So we've identified 5 different buckets that we're going to recommend spending this particular set of money on. But we are at a point now to where we can meet with the city council to identify how that money could be spent and what our recommendations are.
When would you, I think that the president wanted the finance committee
Absolutely.
to meet with you on this matter, and when would be a good time? Could we do it next week, Tuesday afternoon of next
Yes, sir.
week? Would you be ready by then?
Yes, sir. We've got one meeting with the mayor to go over some of these, but we are, again, ready to at least open the discussion with the city council on how the money should be spent.
Okay, based on your knowledge of what we have received and how it can be allocated, is any money in there for infrastructure?
Drainage, it's very specific to drainage, also HVAC systems. As far as health goes, also premium pay for employees and affordable housing. So we'll be willing to talk about all of those buckets and how those guidelines work.
All righty, because I'm ready for drainage.
And 30 million has already landed in the
29
treasury?
million.
20 million?
29 million.
29, so they're just exactly splitting that 58 in half. Okay.
Well, when we come back at 10:30, I'll try to have a time for us. I've got some conflicts next Tuesday afternoon, so maybe we can have it on Monday or Wednesday. We'll just have to see.
Announcements?
Any announcements from members of the council? Mr. Mayor? Members of the staff?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Mr. President, I failed to mention that on the traffic signal generators, that money is actually surplus money coming from the Mobile County Emergency Management Agency, which is funded significantly by the city of Mobile. So that is surplus money coming back to the city. It went to the general fund, and what we're asking you to do is move it over to the capital project to pay for the generators. And so I'll ask you to consider it on consent, just to get the money moved so that we're ready to encumber it, just because of the supply problem that we're seeing in our country, trying to get this stuff, so we could go ahead and get the money encumbered and try to get them on order.
That's fine. Any other announcements? All right, if not, we'll see each other at 10:30.
How about Monday afternoon?